Welcome back, beautiful people, to another episode of Not So Good Advice, where me, the host, Lou Bloom, gives you, the beautiful people, well, not so good advice. Yep, and yep. This is episode 35 coming up for you. If I was there next to you, I'd give you a double high five. Bam! 2 high fives at the same time. That's called a double high five. And if you're lucky, I'll give you the triple high five. But we don't got to talk about that right now. So, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. Send an email. notsogoodadvice19@gmail.com, because I'm dying to know what happened to you and how'd the advice go and what's going on in your life, because we want to know. We're here to fix things, okay? This is an open space, a safe space, a free space, okay? Just bring them in. Bring them all in. Any questions? No question is left behind in this case, okay? And I don't bring this up all the time, but I'm going to bring it up again. Anything that comes out of my mouth, don't believe it. Don't listen to it. Don't trust it. This is not professional advice or, legal advice. This is for comedic purposes and entertainment only. Don't be taking this serious, okay? Episode 35. Here we go. Why not? Let's go. This question goes, how did you quit marijuana? I need help. I've been using it for a while now. I know I want to stop, but it feels harder every day. I can't seem to break free from the habit, and I'm scared. The heavy coughing. Oh, wow. Sometimes I feel trapped, like I can't find my way out. What? I'm reaching out because I don't want to feel stuck anymore, but I don't know how to start or who to turn to. I need to believe that I can do this. Lou Bloom, please, if anyone can help or has advice, I'm listening to you. Well, I'm honored that you came to, Lou Bloom, because I know a thing or two about smoking the devil's reefer, smoking the devil's lettuce, smoking the devil's cabbage. I know a thing or two about doing that. Listen, kids, boys and girls, men, women, anything in between. Listen, sit down. You, sit down. So, I used to smoke for a very long time and a lot. I didn't smoke all day, but I would smoke every day. I wasn't the type to smoke just blunt, joint, bong rip after bong rip, keep it going. No, I didn't do that. I would smoke, like, I would roll it up or whatever, take a hit, put it out, go do my thing, work, clean, work out, go on adventure, whatever, and then I come back maybe a couple hours later, hit it again, put it out. That's what I would do, you know. So I wasn't smoking all day, but I would smoke all day in a weird way. Yes, and also I started smoking, I'm not gonna lie, I got introduced to it towards the end of middle school and in the beginning of high school. I started to really get into it. It was fun, high school. But then I remember I would do sports, so when season would come in, I would just focus on my sport. And I would just specifically, I used to wrestle. So I would do that during season and just do that and keep going and then not smoke. And then after season, I would just party with my friends, go out to parties, and maybe I might have drank a little bit, might have smoked a little bit after season. But then school or high school ends. And then, you got to go to college or grow up a little bit. So I would smoke, that's when I was old enough to, the state I'm in, it's legal. So I would buy it or whatever and just, smoke all the time. Parents didn't like it, but everyone did it. A lot of people did it. And I remember being younger, and it was easier to get weed than to get cigarettes. That's how crazy where I was. People didn't care about weed. It was easier to just get weed than to buy cigarettes. But, sorry for being sidetracked, but I did it for a long time, years, every day at least. It wasn't all day, it was maybe just a little bit a day, but it would be for years. I know that. More than 5 years, that for sure. And after a while, it gets old. At least for me, I didn't want to do it anymore. I would never cough. I remember we would always smoke. I would always amaze people because I would take a big hit, a rip, even wax sometimes. I'm not a big fan of wax, but I would just and hold that shit in. I would never cough. Just and sometimes it would hurt my lungs. I'd be like, oh fuck, oh shit, damn, I'm high, whoa. But it would never hurt me. I would never cough like that. I would amaze people like that. But after a while, it gets old. And one thing that always helped me out was working out. I would always work out every day. You know, run a couple of times a week, if not run every day, a couple miles, and just hit the bag, go to like an MMA gym, box, whatever, jiu-jitsu. And that kind of always kept me grounded, you know. So I recommend to stop, you know, just, the best thing to do is to work out. Go run every day, at least 2 miles or something, and replace that weed addiction with something else. And honestly, people say weed's not addicting, and it is addicting. I'll admit it, it's addicting, but it's an emotional addiction. I wouldn't say it's a physical addiction. Like alcohol, you do it all the time, a lot, you'll get physically addicted. Probably emotionally too, but like physically addicted. Crack and heroin, you'll get physically addicted. So much to where you get to the point where, like, if you go a few days without it, you'll get the shakes, right? Or you go through withdrawals and you'll die. Yeah, you'll die. So that's like a physical, serious addiction. Weed, you're not gonna die. You can smoke for years every day, and then, like, if you stop, you're not gonna die. Okay, you might really, really, really miss it, but you're not gonna die. So I just remember I got to the point where I would just smoke just to smoke. I wouldn't even enjoy it anymore. I'll just smoke to smoke. And then, like, I got to the point where I would be like, damn, I'll try to stop, and I'd be like, damn, I don't want to do this anymore, or whatever. Oh, I want weed. I'm bored. I want weed. Fuck it, let me go pick up. Let me go pick up and buy a sack or something, or let me go to the clinic. And I'd go and I smoke. As soon as I smoked, I would be like, I wish I didn't do that. I don't even like this high right now. What the heck? Like, I didn't. So then I would just stop. I would regret it. And then after I hit, it's 2 weeks. Stop smoking for 2 weeks. Once you pass that grace period, you're free. You're not going to want it. Especially if you're working out and running every day instead of smoking, you're going to feel better. You're not going to want to do it. Like, I haven't smoked, it's not like it's been years, but, you know, I haven't smoked in like 3 months. And I would admit, on my birthday, it was my birthday, so I was celebrating with some people. So I was like, you know what? Let me take a hit. Let me do it. After 3 months, I took a hit, and I got too high. I got so high. I got too high that, you know, I get it. The high was cool and all, but I was really tired. I was super tired. And I got so high that I was like, just tripping out. Like, what the heck? This movie is stupid and crazy, and damn, these people right here are fucking tripping me out right now. Whoa, am I dead? You always think that. I don't know why. When you're super high, you always kind of think that. Am I dead? Is this the feeling you get when I'm dying? I just don't know I'm dead yet. It's just stupid thoughts running through my. The next day, I woke up all groggy and tired, and that's how I knew I was like, I'm not doing that again. So it just feels better not doing it. It feels better just on some grown up shit. And also, people are productive with weed. Some people aren't. I think I hit an age where I'm at an age now where, like, I want better things to do with my life. I want to take life more serious. You know, better job, good job, education, relationships. I want to try to find a girl, get married, all that shit. You know, and like, I'm at an age where you get tired. You get tired of just life, and like at any time, at any moment, I can just take a nap just because I'm at that age, I guess, or I'm tired. So weed doesn't help. It gets you extra tired. And yeah, it's past me now. It's past me, you know, and I'm proud to say it because for me it was a big deal too. Weed. I smoked for a long time. I'm from a state where weed is just very well known, and like, it's almost like illegal if you don't smoke weed over here. So it was a big deal for me to finally stop, and I did, and it feels good. It feels good being sober, you know, and not just wanting to do it, not craving it anymore. You know, something I crave is just working out with a nice pump. That's what I crave. You know, trying new foods, traveling, And also, you don't have if you stop smoking weed, you don't have to get drug tested and worried next time you get a job. You can go to the military if you wanted to. Like, I mean, I'm rambling, but basically replace that addiction with something else. Start working out. Next one. This goes, those of you who eventually lost interest in playing video games, when did you realize? For the past year, I've almost been forcing myself to try different video games, consoles, solely to find that spark I once had for him. Was huge in FPS, I don't know, first person shooter, survival games, and always had a grind for the newest FIFA. I mean, I spent hours on hours and generally enjoyed it. This was from the ages of 8 to 22. I'm 25 now, and I've tried Xbox, PS, PC, Stream Deck, but I keep repeating this cycle, buying a console and then reselling it about 3 months later just due to boredom. I'll literally turn a game on, and within 20 minutes, I'm thinking to myself, what is the point of this? I'm just repeating the same thing, wasting time. Stuff like that completely kills the session for me. I think I just simply lost interest. I find myself more passionate in the small online store I'm running and really wanting to build that up this year for watching movies I never heard of, or simply just turning a podcast on and relaxing. Not even sure what exactly I'm asking for, if this is even the right. Just curious if the guys experienced this ever. Thanks for reading, Lublu. You said you're 25? Well, congratulations. You hit the wake-up call. Some people wake up at 18. Not really. Some people wake up at 25. Some people wake up at 30, at 29, 28, 27, 26. Some people never wake up. You, my friend, have woken up at 25. Or you're starting to wake up. You're seeing that you're at an age where you just don't want to be a little kid anymore. You're not Peter Pan anymore. You want to put the controller down and stand up and just make money. That's what you want to do. Online business. It sounds like you're getting on your grown shit, your grown man shit, making money. Focusing on side hustle or entrepreneurship, and you're putting down the controller. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. See that? Okay, I got that. But I don't play video games every day. I don't play games at all. Last time I sat down and played a video game was months and months and months ago. I usually just start my YouTube and my movies and listen to music. That's it. That's all I do. I don't even play that shit. When I try to sit down and play, and I'm just like, what am I doing? This sucks. I want to make money. I want to work out. I want to go out and see the world. So I want to see people. I don't want to just sit home all day. I'm sick and tired of being here. So yeah, you're on your grown man shit, and trust me, I lost interest too. I remember before I lost interest, one of my friends lost interest, and I would tell him, come on, let's play games, come on, hop on this, hop on Call of Duty, hop on freaking Saints Row, Grand Theft Auto, hop on Siege, or whatever the game is nowadays. And he would be like, nah, I don't want to. Okay, sometimes I'll convince him to do it. He would hop on and be like, man, this is kind of boring. Here, I'll hit you guys up later. And he'll just do something else. But now I get it. I understand it. I understand that, why he did that. Because I think that shit's boring. And now when I see people my age or older and they're playing video games and they don't have their money right, or they're not they don't have a good job, or they're not like really working hard and doing what they got to do, and they're just like, I kind of feel like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what the fuck you doing? Get your shit together. So that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're just on your grown man shit at 25. That's a quarter of your life, assuming we can live to 100. So yeah, bro, work out, go out and see the world, meet some girls, network with some boss guys like you, young guys trying to get their teeth sharp and rule the world and make money, and socialize, get better at experiencing life and people and networking, and just make more money. And literally, like, that's what you have to do. That's what it's looking like. So next question, why are young men getting more right wing? Ooh, this is a good question. I hate politics. That's why I don't really bring it up and I don't talk about it on this channel, but bring it up a little bit for this question, okay? At least why I think more young men are turning right wing. I think that there's a period of time where it was very, very, very right wing. Maybe like this 80s, 90s, 2000s probably. Very right wing. And then like we started realizing, hey, we should be more equal and love each other and do this and that. And then it started to be, more inclusive, more mainstream, and then like left leaning. But then like I think people started to get annoyed. Like it's just the pendulum swings. This way, this way. That's how it swings. And it was towards the swinging the left side for a long time. Now it's swinging to the right. We're on the right, and the next thing you know, 5-10 years, maybe even sooner, it's gonna swing back to the left. That's life. But I think it's because now it was been left leaning so long that like people got annoyed. They just did too much. Like we started to see too much like inclusivity, too much just spending money in weird ways and ways that not everyone wanted their money to go to. And like I'm just gonna say it, a lot of young people playing video games, certain types of people, they ruined video games. They infiltrated our video games. A lot of young guys, just the bros, the dudes, the homies, they play video games. And like some people, they don't want to play as a girl. Some people don't want to play as a weird purple haired, weird haircut with the hair leaning over the eye, like, oh yeah, I'm like, you don't know what sex am I. I'm like, I could be anything, but I'm a shooter and you're gonna have to play as me. Like people don't want to do that. People don't want to play as a lesbian girl. Okay, people don't want to play like as that person. Some people do, but for the most part, I don't think so. So, damn, is this blurry? Am I getting blurred out here? Whatever. For the most part, I don't think so. People don't want to... There we go. Yeah, people don't want to play as that, okay? And it got annoying. It was too much, Also, look at Disney. Ruined movies. Ruined that shit. It ruined it. You straight ruined it. Like, look at the fucking Snow White they're coming out with. Or did they come out with it or not? Oh my god, that was just... Come on. They turned Buzz Lightyear gay? Oh my god, what the... Dude, come on. Like, look. I get it. I love gay people. Okay? I do. But, like, certain things, it's just too much. Okay? You turn Buzz Lightyear gay. Come on. And I think people are starting to see that. Plus the other movies that are just got all weird and stuff, like other video games that got all weird. Like, it became to be too much. And I think a lot of young men saw that and they were like, oh, I'm done with this shit. Plus people in the office, people very influential figures, YouTubers, celebrities, not even in office, they that a lot of young people look up to. They became very right wing, or they opened up as right wing, and and a lot of young people saw that and they were like, yeah, I'm with you. I believe he makes sense. Yeah. So, I think that's why a lot of people are turning right wing, or at least young men. Because a lot of people in office, they know how to catch the young men's attention, and they do, and they won a lot of things, or they just persuaded and got a lot of votes that way, or But ultimately, I think people are just tired. They're tired of how the pendulum was this way. Now it's swaying this way. But the video games, for sure, that's a reason why young men are just tired of that shit. For sure. But I guess that's all I have on that one. I don't know what else I could say. Next question. Why don't people just tell their partner they like someone else instead of cheating? You can always break up if you want, No one is entitled to a lifelong relationship. Why cheat and hurt the other person? Just go and tell them you like someone else, or just break up instead of hiding it like a dumbass. Obviously, you got cheated on. So, yeah, if you're in a long relationship and then you got cheated on, or you cheat, or you're just asking why don't people just say they're into someone else? Because people are immature. People are immature, and they're afraid of they're just afraid of, like, not being with someone they love. Because whether you accept it or not, you can cheat on someone that you love. You can still be in love with someone and cheat on them, especially as a man. I don't know about women. I don't know. Probably the same. They probably can, but and a lot of people are just greedy, and they're immature, and they're not mature enough to be like, damn, this person I've been with for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I'm looking at this other person and I'm about to cheat. I can't tell them. I just can't tell them. I want to keep them by my side and then go cheat. And then, some people believe in that. So, some people are just greedy, and they want their cake and they want to have their cake and eat it too. Which, do you blame him? No. Is it right? No. Are you taking my advice? Yes. But that's why people cheat. And, we're greedy creatures. We're humans. And also, if you love that person so much, you don't want them to go away. If you say you're going to cheat on them, they're going to leave. And you'll probably never see them again. It's going to mess up the relationship, and it'll never be the same. So, that's why you don't want to, a lot of people don't want to tell, hey, I like someone else, I'm about to cheat on you. I mean, that it is what it is. Next question. How do people detach from their hatred of their job in order to continue working to live? I really hate my job, but I've seen people who also hate their job, who can detach from their feelings about the job and focus on their paycheck and or benefits instead. It's called work. It's called grinding. It's called having bills to pay for, having a family and kids to feed. And it's called, I better pay this shit, because if not, they're going to close down my house, foreclose me on my house. I'm not going to feed, and my family and little kids are going to be out on the street. So, yeah, I'll detach my feelings from this job, and I'll work every day. That's what it's called. On the other hand, it's also called you don't have financial control and discipline, and you signed your life away to get that new truck, or you signed your life away to get that new Kia or that new fucking Mustang, and now you owe payments of $450 to $600 every month for like 5-8 years. And they're gonna take your car away because you couldn't control yourself. So now you gotta work. That's what it's called. And at the end of the day, we gotta work. Even if you have a plan to be like very, out of the matrix and be a millionaire, you gotta start somewhere. And quitting your job or being like, I hate this job, that's not gonna do anything. So that's how people detach their feelings, But ultimately, if you hate your job that bad, if you really hate your job, there's always something you can do about it. I'm a firm believer that in life, we are amazing creatures and we can solve anything. You can solve anything. If you have a problem and you really sit there and just think about it, and you think about it, and you think about it, I'm here and I have this. I don't have everything or much, but I have this right here, right now. How can I solve this problem? You keep thinking about it, bam, you're going to figure it out. But you got to try to figure it out. So, if you really hate that job, you got to look at yourself, look where you're at in life, look where you're going to be at in life if you keep going the same way you're going. Look where you were in the past, and then try to figure out a way. Look what you got in front of you and what you have in the bank and what resources you have, and then try to figure out a way to make a change and to fix it. So, if you really hate that job, takes a little risk. You're going to deal with a little risk, but you can go out and fix that shit and change it up. And you could really, you could change your life and stuff. So you could always find a better job, a different job, more suitable job. Next question. Oh my God, why can't I? legitimately, what do I do? So to make the long story short, I'm a 21-year-old and got separated from my job for something out of my control. Can't really get a new job due to the experience of my old job. Most of not all of my family hates me. I've applied to around 50-60 jobs in the past month. Only gotten one call back at a shitty gas station. Which, cool, yeah, I have a little bit of money, but it's not enough to live off. Like, what am I doing wrong? I live in a big city with plenty of jobs. Am I just that bad at everything I do? Might as well share my thoughts with the ceiling at this point. Wow, I'm tired. At this point. But even that feels like too much effort. Well, I mean, what job did you have? Where were you working? What job did you have? Where were you working? And fix up your resume. You should be applying at least like 10, 15 jobs a day. And you need to switch up your applying skills, fix up your resume, and you need to do something else. Go, you know. And I mean, you should get another job in the meantime. But yeah, I mean, you always hear that nowadays, that people can't get a job, people are hiring, but they're not hiring. Just weird stuff nowadays. So usually, if you're not, it probably hasn't been that long though. It takes time. So I remember I used to apply to so many jobs, and then I would get a job, and then like a month or two later, the jobs I applied for would finally call me and say, "Hey, you want a job?" Bitch, I fucking applied to you 3 months ago. No, I don't want a job with you. Like, I remember going to this interview where they said I was going to make this much money. I traveled like 25, 30 minutes to the interview, and then they like didn't even give me the offer that much money. They went down, and oh, I was so pissed. I was so pissed. Yeah, just those some recruiters are just stupid. Some recruiters are dumb as fuck. But yeah, if you're not getting calls back, or switch up your resume, switch up your applying skill, or applying you know, the way you're applying. And yeah, there's something you're messing up in. But also the job market is ass right now, and it takes a little time for them to call you back. Hopefully they'll call you soon. You know, good luck on that one. I accidentally called my boss during private conversation. So earlier today I accidentally dialed my boss from the recent screen when I was cooking dinner. Wow. He answered and I was like, "Oh, sorry, I accidentally hit your number while I was cooking dinner. Then tonight I'm lying in bed talking with my wife. We're both women, which probably doesn't matter." Oh, it does. It does. I called my kid at 9:47. You gotta, but you're both, how did you, anyway, to tell her to put her phone up in my room for bedtime. Then I proceed to lie my phone down behind me and have a very adult conversation with my wife at 9:55. I picked up my phone back up, called my kid again, who had not brought her phone yet, and saw that I called my boss at 9:50. What the heck? How? I panicked, deleted the call from my recents so I wouldn't accidentally call him again, which means I can't even see if he answered or not. And now I have no idea what to do. We have a pretty decent relationship, and I have been working together for over 2 years, so I did text say, "Oh my god, I'm sorry I accidentally dialed you again," but I have no idea what he heard or how long, or if he didn't answer. And it went to the voicemail and recorded the whole thing. What do I do? Wow. I wonder what conversation you were having. Why didn't you mention that? Share it. Come on. We want to know. We're adults too. We want to know. What do you do? Okay, if you work with the guy, there's two things. If you work with him 2 years. One, he probably really likes you. And he probably doesn't care. He probably heard you and was like, "Hello, hello, hello." And heard you just talking and was like, and hung up. Because, I mean, I've done that before. People have called me, and I answered, "Hello, hello, hello," and I hear them talking, and they're not even, it's a butt call, butt dial. And then, like, yeah, so I've done that. Or, he doesn't like you, you bother him, and he's been just waiting for any excuse to fire your ass. And now, you called him, not even once, more than once, and you had some weird adult conversation, and he's and he's probably gonna try to find a way to let you go, which I doubt. I doubt that's gonna happen. But if you want, I guess bring it up. Yeah, if you want, go to work and ask him, hey, I'm sorry about calling you. I didn't know this and that. Like, I accidentally called you. Da, da, da. And then try to hint that again. And then I called you again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you again for the second time. I'm sorry. I don't know what was wrong with my phone that night. And then hopefully he doesn't, bring anything up or mention, yeah, I heard that crazy conversation you had. What the heck? You're insane. Here's your paycheck and your paycheck and, well, you're fired. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't think it will. But that's my advice on that. Why do men sneeze more violently and loudly than women? It's a good question. Well, you see, everyone, we have demons inside of us, okay? We have demons. Evil, nasty little things inside of us, okay? And men, we just let it out because they try to come out sometimes. And we just, achoo, achoo. We try to let that shit out. We let it all out because we know it needs to get out. It needs to come out. And those demons need to come out. Okay? But the ladies, the women, the beautiful women, okay? They got demons inside them too. But they don't let them out. A lot of them don't let it out. Because, they're naturally born evil. Yep, they're evil. So when the demons try to come out, they try to keep them in. They try to stop the demons from leaving because they don't want them to leave. They want to keep those evil, dark things inside them. They want to keep it in. Try to lock it away. No escape, no way out. They try to keep those things inside. And I think that's why men sneeze more violently than women. And that's a real thing. Okay, let's see this one. Last one. Why are guys like this? I have been seeing this dude who's 30 years old for 11 months now. He didn't want a relationship because he is not ready. We are seeing each other almost every day. Went on dates. I've met his family and he met my friends. And we all sometimes hang out together. Everything was looking good and it looked like it would finally be a relationship. Last night, a woman contacted me via Facebook and asked me if I'm seeing him because she is seeing him. Oh, turns out that he was fucking her for over 3 weeks. Called her pet names, which he never did to me. Oh, jealous. But her parents, she is buying her parent presents, and she is 20 years older than him. Oh, wow. I confronted him and asked him about her, and he lied straight to my face. What? No. That he doesn't know who she is. I don't even know her. She sent me some screenshots of their conversation, so I asked him again, and then he admitted it, but said that it was only once, but it wasn't only once. I can't forgive him this, and I'm so heartbroken. Don't know what to do and how to ever believe a guy again. I'm just wondering why. Why meet friends and family and do all relationship stuff, then cheat? Also, he was planning to take me on dinner dates at Valentine's Day while still seeing her. Like, what the fuck, mate? Wow. Looks like you got yourself in a real pickle. Looks like you got yourself in a real brain buster. Okay, we don't got a lot of time, so let me answer this real quick. Basically, some men, all men, but not every man, okay? All men, they want to they look at other women, okay? Not that they want to cheat, but they look at other women, okay? In their mind, they're programmed to want to spread the seed as far as they can, far and wide across distant oceans and lands. But it's that we're gentlemen. We don't do that. Most of us don't do that. Okay. Some men, they're too immature to be like, look, I'm not being serious. I'm seeing other people. So if you're with that, then let's go. Then let's get it. And if you ain't with that, well then fall out of line. Okay. He didn't say that obviously. But basically, yes, we're greedy creatures, and he wanted to have his cake and eat it too. And for a moment, for a short time, he was. So, look, look. When he says he's not ready for a relationship, and you're dating for 11 months, get the hint, babe. Get the hint, okay? And like, you gotta understand that if it's not official, anything could be going on. Anything could be going on, literally, okay? And like, anything could be going on. And it sucks how his side chick, or what, maybe you're the side chick, whoever burnt him out. But it happened, and I mean, that's why you can't get too invested in these guys. You got to get ready to walk away, because until you meet a guy who's really ready and down. Because some guys aren't. A lot of guys aren't. You know, there was a point where I wasn't. But now, if I find a girl that I really like and that really likes me, and she hits all the markers, ooh, and she's not crazy like that, and she's, you know, I'll lock that shit down. I'll lock that shit down. I will. And honestly, let's be honest. I want to ask you this. Was there signs? Was there signs that he was just messing with you and potentially could have been with someone else, you know, on the side or whatever? Was there signs that you were driving and you didn't see them pass by you? Were they signs? Or were you just blindly just driving and ignoring the signs and the red flags, okay? So that's a question to ask yourself. There's always signs. Okay, ladies? There's always signs. Pick up on the signs. Dig a little, okay? Dig a little. Sometimes it's right in front of your face. So, episode 35 in the books. I hope you like it. Not so good advice. Where me, the host, Lou Bloom, gives you not so good advice. Like, comment, subscribe, send an email. notsogoodadvice19@gmail.com. There's more coming up, folks. So, be ready. Love ya.